So we're not in Baltimore, but it is kind of cold here.
It's cold. It's about 48 degrees or 51
Yeah,
degrees.
it's like hinting around 50 degrees, but it is cold. We are in Flagler Beach, Florida.
We're coming live to you from Flagler Beach, the Palm Coast. We're having a watch party here for today's monster AFC showdown between the Ravens and the Dolphins. Number one seed, the AFC is on the line today in Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be broadcasting live from Tortugas. Our buddy Scott owns place, and it is
Paul.
and
Scott and
Scott and
Paul.
Paul, and it is one of my favorite places up here. And it's a Dolphins and Canes bar in North Florida, and I love it. I mean, it's across the street from the beach. Vibes are cool. Dolphin decorations.
You can see a little bit there.
Real palm trees in the background.
Real palm trees.
Real palm trees.
Flagler Beach, next to the pier. Got Dolphin flags all around. Dolphin fans
So
making their way in for the big 1 o'clock showdown kickoff.
Yeah, but we were in Baltimore last year. We went to that game, a huge game.
The Charm City comeback last year.
And it was cold there, but this is actually colder in December in Florida than it was in Baltimore last year in September.
It definitely feels like it is. Of course, that was week 1 of the year last year.
Yeah.
And if everybody remembers in that game, Dolphins were trailing 35-14 entering the fourth. They tied it up 35-35. Ravens went up 38-35. And then the Dolphins won it 42-38 in the final.
Yeah.
In a shootout, dubbed the Charm City comeback in Baltimore. So not sure we can duplicate that today, but looking forward to a good one.
It'll be tough today. We already looked at the injury report. We know we don't have Waddle. We don't have Mostert, 2 key players. With that, the Ravens are going to be double, triple, quadrupling Tyreek Hill, forcing players like Braxton Berrios to really get touches because and Devon John. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough.
Achon's going to have to be huge today.
Yeah.
And he's proven he could do it. Now he was a little banged up, as is Mostert. Obviously not getting to start today, but
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. It's going to fall on his shoulders, but he's going to have to get it done. Find a way to get it done.
No, it's possible. Anything is possible. But in regards to playoffs, obviously we win this one. We win next week. We become the number one seed in the AFC. And if we don't, we're still flirting with 2 and 3. So obviously we would love that number 1 seed, but at the end of the day, we're playoff bound, and we're just kind of seeing where we're going to land at this point.
Yeah, you got a 2-game cushion on the Chiefs now, so any win in the last 2 games puts us in a spot to at least be the 2nd seed. But the Browns have been coming on late, so they'll be in the mix as well. They got the 5 losses, so we just got to figure out a way to start today. I don't want to look ahead to next week. Either way, it's going to mean something because if we win today, we're still going to have to beat the Bills to be the number 1 overall seed. If we don't win today, we're fighting for the division and for a home playoff game back at the Hard Rock. So either way, it's going to be huge, but it's 1 game at a time. Big one today, and let's get through that one first before we worry about next week.
Yeah, no, it's 1 game at a time, next man up. I know I trust in Coach that he's made the adjustments needed, and even if it starts a little shaky, he'll continue to make those adjustments that are needed to hopefully get this victory in Baltimore today. It's going to be a tough game. Like those fans are hungry. They're having an amazing season, but there'd be nothing better to start 2024 with a victory like that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and the Ravens also have a little bit of a disadvantage here. They played on Monday Night Football last week, so it's a short week. They're traveling back from California. It's not an easy trip. They got in late Tuesday. Probably didn't practice Tuesday, Wednesday. So definitely a short week for them. Playing against San Francisco is never easy. No. Very physical game.
Yeah. But Brock Purdy didn't show up. He was throwing.
He threw a couple bad balls, 4 interceptions total, but they weren't all his fault. The balls were tipped, and he had 1 drop. But either way, that defense looks real good. Lamar Jackson obviously is MVP caliber quarterback. Lamar's able to move the ball with his legs and with his arm. They've been running the ball as of late well, so I think the key there is to stop the run game, make Lamar throw the ball, and hopefully get some pressure
Our
and get some turnovers.
defense has been fantastic. Vic Fangio's really working players. I mean, Bradley Chubb is going to go. Like, there's a lot of pressure that Lamar's going to be feeling today. So as long as we do that and put some points on the board, it's a winnable game. And Sanders, you went from subpar to like my superhero. So, let's keep that vibe going. Make those field goals when needed, and let's win this game.
Yeah, that's Bradley Chubb has been playing out of his mind. Vic Fangio's been having the defense.
Jalen Ramsey was a little quiet last game.
Yeah, well, he's banged up as well. He was listed on the injury report, but I believe he's a go, as last that I saw. So, defense is set here, and we're going to have to hopefully, turn the ball over here on Lamar and get some kind of a play back our way to get some points on the board.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. We have fans coming in here. Again, Tortugas and Flagler Beach. Official Dolphins and Canes sports bar located in Flagler Beach, Florida, Daytona, and Jacksonville. Interestingly enough, the local station here will not be playing the Dolphins game. They will be playing the Jaguars and the Panthers game. So for those area who don't have, NFL ticket, come to Tortugas and watch a Dolphins game with us.
Yep. It's a Volusia County, right?
No, it's Flagler County.
Flagler
I
County.
mean, it's the same. Flagler County. We have a local letting us know it's Flagler.
They'll have the Jacksonville game on, but not here though. We're gonna have the Dolphin game on with the sound. Dolphin fans making their way in, and obviously this is a monster game for us. 2 games left on the schedule, and Dolphins really gotta have this one if they want to wrap up that AFC.
Yeah.
Grab Scott.
Yeah. Ironically enough, we actually are 20 minutes away from where Raheem Mostert grew up. Raheem Mostert grew up in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, which is right down the road. So we're close to where he's born and raised, and we're excited about that. So we're see what happens. So you want to help them with raffle? Yeah. All right, guys. Without further ado, super excited to bring on a special guest of the show. This is Scott Fox, a good friend of ours and actually owner of Tortugas in Flagler Beach. So, Scott,
pleasure to meet everybody. How are you?
Tell people about this place. What happens here on a Sunday Dolphins game? What's the vibe? What's it like?
Well, when the weather's a little bit warmer, we're usually packed.
They're coming here. It's coming.
It's coming. They usually show up. It's the beach, so everybody's on island time.
Now,
so they show up 5 minutes before the game, and
that's like Miami too. It's a whole Florida thing.
Yeah, it's a Florida thing.
Now tell people, why Dolphins fan? Where are you from? Miami? Tell people your story.
Born and bred in Miami. Grew up going to Dolphin games. Had Orange Bowl tickets as a kid, and it was instilled in me. Between the Hurricanes and the Dolphins, it was my life. Unfortunately, I didn't grow tall enough to make it playing football, but it's been my passion and just about everything to me.
Now, so you've been a Dolphins fan for a while. Is this season the best season you remember as a Dolphins fan? Is this the best season? Because for me, it is. I've been a fan since 2009. This is the best season. What for you?
It takes me back to the '85 year when Marino, shattered records and changed the quarterback position forever.
Now, if you were to take that '85 team and put it against the 2022, 2023 Dolphins, who's better?
I'll let you know in a couple of weeks.
All right, so you wear number 17, Jalen Waddle. Is he your favorite player on the team this year? Who's your go-to guy?
My go-to guy has got to be Mostert. I love him.
I love him too. He's my favorite
him.
guy.
I mean, he's a local guy. We have some ties to him here, and he's just. I just love his resilience and his grit, and the fact that he's defying odds in his 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so humble, and he's one of my favorite players. He has been for the last couple of years.
And he's been in the league for a while. He's 31 years old, and he's fought through so many injuries, and it feels like he's found his forever home with the Dolphins. And he does so much for the South Florida community. I know he's always up here. He did the toy drive in Miami that we were part of, and he brought the toys up here. It was just so beautiful. He's such a beautiful person. So definitely, I have him as well.
I love I love the Hard Knocks in season. It's unbelievable.
The best.
I mean, you couldn't have scripted that any better. And HBO is sitting on gold with that.
If they don't do it next season, I'm gonna be we have to petition to do it every year.
I mean, it's the perfect season to go in game and see everything behind the scenes. It's so surreal, and it makes the fans feel like they're right in the middle of the locker room with those guys.
No, definitely.
And you see the human side to each one of them,
yes.
and it's so refreshing.
The
to
Caters
see.
family last week. Caters family is so humble. They didn't even know football from Africa, and now they're like the biggest fans. They were at the game last week. It's just so beautiful to see these
It's
people.
just so awesome, and really the sideshow has got to be Seiler and Wilkins. I mean, they're so
salt and pepper.
entertaining.
Salt and
I mean,
pepper.
it's amazing. The
No.
Zach Brown. I mean, it's just
They're good. And Uncle Dan Marino now.
Uncle Dan.
Oh
I mean,
my gosh.
I mean, when was the last time you saw Uncle Dan smile the way he is? I mean,
Never.
he's having a blast with us just as much as the rest of us. He's a fan, but he's also, you know,
He's part of the organization.
He's
And
part
again,
of the reason
McDaniel
why
drops
we're
bombs. And you're like,
Yeah.
you're 5'4" dropping these F-bombs
I
like he's
love
6. It's the best.
I love it.
So
He's
let's talk
got so
about
much
this game.
charisma.
So this game today, this is going to be tough. No,
It's gonna be
Mostert's
really tough.
You heard Mostert's not playing.
I know. Unfortunately,
Mostert's not playing. Waddle's not playing. Do we have a shot at this?
we always have a shot. And come on, I mean, these guys have been grinding
Yeah.
in the trenches. So you gotta believe. I mean, and especially with them poking the bear, saying we're basketball on grass.
Yep.
I mean, you can't tell me McDaniel's not going to have these guys fired up.
No, definitely. I mean, it's definitely doable.
They're-
Sanders played excellent last week. And you know they're going to triple team Tyreek, but that leaves other people open. They got to get the ball to Braxton. You get people like that who are hungry and make it happen.
Okay, my dark horse sleeper for the player of the game who's
Tell me.
going to come out of his shell tonight.
Who's that?
I think you're going to see Chase Claypool.
Really?
Watch, he's going to have a game. They're going to target him. He's that big body. He's unlike the receivers that anybody's seen on film for Miami.
Yeah.
I think
He's hungry.
McDaniel's got something up his sleeve for
Today.
Chase.
Give me before I let you go, score prediction for today. What are we thinking?
I'm going to go 28-24.
You're going to do that to us on New Year's Eve. You're going to stress us out that bad on New Year's Eve.
28-24. Down to the wire. Dolphins prevail.
You guys heard it first. Scott Fox.
Scott, want to introduce the friend here?
37-32 Ash.
And who do we got here?
Ash.
And who-
Well,
we'll get you.
let's name him because normally he's my hurricane guy.
Oh.
But I thought it was appropriate since Phillips couldn't make the trip. He's hanging out with us today. And between Phillips and Barrios, they're my Canes connection. Another two of my favorites, by the way. I love the underdog stories, if you can tell, being 5'6", and always told you couldn't do something.
Yeah. No, that's got Jalen Phillips. It's not a voodoo doll. It is actually Jalen Phillips in the flesh kind of being here. So super excited. But guys, if you're ever in the area, Flagler Beach, Scott Fox, owner of Tortugas, Florida, kitchen and bar, right across from the ocean. Like, this is the place to be. This is the place to be. So please, if you're ever in the area, come hang out and let them know.
Thank you so much, guys. And if you guys ever want to come to Tortugas, just give me a shout in advance, and I will set you up on the red carpet.
Perfect. Fins up, guys.
Fins up.
Fins up. Perfect. Good.
All right, guys.
I got
Let's go Dolphins.
One more guest for you today.
All
right. So the last person I'm going to bring on real quick, she's going to turn around in her chair,
Yeah.
is my 81-year-old grandmother.
Yeah.
Nan, you are live on the show.
Oh, good.
Perfect. So what do you think of today's game? We play the Ravens.
Oh, I'm hoping for the Dolphins.
Talk real loud so they can hear you.
I'm hoping for the Dolphins, but win or lose, I don't care. They're still my champions. They
And
do
who-
their best.
And who's your favorite player on the team this year?
I have a number of them.
Yeah.
Tariq,
You like Tyreek Hill, Tua, yep, yep. Mostert, you got it.
Yeah. I just like the whole team.
And what's the one team in the league that you can't stand? If there was a team that you're like, you know what, I can't stand that team, who's that team that you don't like this year? Who's those enemies that you don't like?
Do I really have to say?
You really have to say it.
I don't want to make any enemies.
You won't
but
make any enemies. This is a free show.
I do not like the way the Eagles play.
We have a lot of Eagles fans on the show. You don't like the way the Eagles play.
No, I don't like their push and shove.
You don't like the push and shove. And then
That's
what do you
it.
think of Taylor Swift? What do you think of her?
I don't you don't want my remarks.
No?
I just want to talk about the Dolphins.
Okay, you heard it first about the Dolphins. So
I
none.
don't know nobody hating me. Haters.
So what is your score prediction today?
I'm saying
No, Baltimore is the number one team in the AFC. What do you think? What do you think's the score going to be today?
37-32. Maybe.
37-32. Who? Dolphins?
I'm hoping the Dolphins.
You're hoping the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them.
Okay. All right. You heard it first. All right,
And
Joseph.
come on down to Tortugas if you're in the Flagler, Palm Coast area. You're missing a good party.
Perfect. All right, guys. You heard it first. And back co-host Miami Lou. So, you guys heard it. It's we're excited about today, but it's going to be tough. You heard it from Scott, longtime Dolphin fan. You heard it from 12-month Dolphin fan here, and you heard it from us. It's doable, but it's going to be tough.
I didn't give my prediction.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry. I have to say this too. You know me. I'm a realist. I tell it how it is. It's going to be a tough game to win. We are banged up. Mostert and Achan were banged up last week. Mostert didn't make the cut. He's not playing today. Achan will. But he's hobbling. He's hobbling out there. You said it earlier with Waddle out. They're going to double, triple team Tyreek. It's going to be tough. Tua was on the injury report this week as well. We are a hurt football team. Right? Ramsey was on that injury report as well. We are a hurt football team right now. We cannot afford to fall behind like we did last year. We came back, but I don't see us being able to stage a comeback last year with this year with everybody banged up. So it's going to be a tough game to win. I'm going to say that it's going to be a 24-13 Ravens.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
2020. And I can't hope that I'm wrong enough. I hope I'm totally wrong. But it sets up a huge game next week. You don't want to look ahead, but the game to win is next week, and we got to be healthy to do it. Because if we walk out of this game injured as well, it's going to be tough to take care of business next week. But I hope our boys could battle today. For us to win the game, I will say this, even though I'm predicting it to go the other way, for us to win the game, we got to start off hard, start off fast and start off well. Put some points on the board, and we're going to have to turn Lamar Jackson over.
Yeah.
The defense is going to – exactly. We're going to have a turnover, some kind of flip of the field quick and set us up where we can put points on the board early, because if we're behind – I just don't see us being healthy enough to trade points to the Ravens. I hope I'm wrong. We have a shot to win this game and be in line for the number one seed. And I know boys are thinking that and experiencing that, and they want that. So I think we're going to fight, and hopefully I'm wrong and we walk out winners from Baltimore.
I agree now. So, guys, if you are in the area of North Central Florida, we are at Tortugas in Flagler Beach between Daytona and Jacksonville. We will be here for the whole entire game. It is an official Dolphins and Canes bar, so everyone is invited. Drink specials, food specials, and we're super excited to be here. So wherever you are, hopefully you can come hang out with us, but wherever you are, let's go Dolphins.
Let's go Dolphins.
Fins up.
Let's go Fins up.